1970, we sure we did before fruit. Knowledge for selfish, for sure we did the work. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Work hard and we shine, commitment, dedication. Neurosurgery, comedy, music, Nollywood. SOTK, Dr. Call, MC Casino. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Great Uniben, great Uniben, great Uniben, great Uniben.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of the Uniben Alumni Series. As you know, this is a show where we celebrate alumni of the great University of Benin. We hear their thoughts, we listen to their Uniben journey. And on today's episode, we have a youth leader on the show today and a member of the Labour Party. He's a politician by trade today, but he holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Science Laboratory Technology from the Faculty of Life Sciences of the University of Benin. He is called Josiah Omenuwoma. Hope I got that correctly. Thank you very much, Comrade
That's correct.
Josiah, for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. The word Kaka. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for creating time. I know you are quite busy this period. Election is still far away, but I think you politicians are starting early this time around,
Uh,
especially those in the opposition.
those in the obedient movement, actually. We and
So,
those concerned, not just obedient, but concerned Nigerians, those who are yearning for a better Nigeria, those who want things to change, those who want
so
to enjoy the kind of things you guys enjoy in the UK, want to have them back home.
that is our own desire too, to have a better Nigeria. Okay, let's go back to 2022. In 2022, I think August precisely, you gained national prominence with a decision you took when you declined, you rejected the position of special assistant on youth mobilization. This was an appointment offered to you by the then Delta State Governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, who became the vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party at the 2023 election. You declined that appointment. You got a lot of praises from Nigerians across board. Maybe some did not commend the action you took, but that's a story for another day. How did you arrive at that decision? Because that was an opportunity for you to serve and also to help your immediate community, the youth of Delta States, and also and as well to put your foot down as a political gladiator in the state, Delta State. But you declined because you wanted to support, according to the letter you and other subsequent publications you made, because you had hope in the obedience movement. You wanted to support Peter Obi. How did you arrive at that decision? Let's start from there. How difficult or how easy was it for you to arrive at that
Okay, let me start with your word saying I had hope. I didn't have hope. I have hope, and I still do have hope.
decision?
That Mr. Peter Obi will be president of Nigeria. And I have hope that he will not just be a president, but will be a very good president who will transform the country, give us the Nigeria we dream for. That decision was one of the difficult decisions in my life. Recently, very recently, it took me close to a week to be able to say officially put the letter out there. I declined. Uh, I declined. After declining, I kept the letter private. I was just telling my friends and family with, telling them verbally that I have declined, but most of them didn't believe. because I didn't want to make issue with it. I didn't want it to be on the media space. I didn't want the dust. Uh, one for security reasons, one for being careful, one again because I didn't want to mile anybody. I didn't want to look as if, in some aspect, I was grateful that I was seen and recommended for the
Yeah.
appointment. Uh, uh, some persons believe it was used to buy me over or not. For persons like some of us can be bought. Uh, but I didn't see it that way. I see it as it was a call to service, but the call came at the wrong time. In my place, it said that what you don't eat, don't divide with your teeth. So I saw it that doesn't make any sense. At that appointment coming at that time, 6 months expiration of the government, very close to the elections, and supporting uh, being an appointee of the state governor who was the vice presidential candidate to the PDP, that's Atiku, means that I will support them for their race. And I didn't see them taking Nigeria anywhere. I also have the belief that it's better to serve a good man than to rule with a bad one. I'm not saying anybody is bad, but I only know that Peter Obi was far better than the other candidates among the three. It was difficult though,
Do
but
you still hold that belief today?
till tomorrow, until I see somebody better than him, yes, I still have belief till today. Let me just tell you, there was something we were hoping for Nigerians prior to the primaries of the PDP and APC. Nigerians were hoping that Osibajo would be on the ballot for the APC. Peter Obi will be on the ballot for PDP. And we're hoping that for once we will have to select between two humans, because it has always been picking from the lesser demons. They give us demons and we pick from the lesser one. But at God have it, PDP did their thing, APC did their thing, but Nigerians yearn for a better candidate, and Obi took the courage and we tried to run with the Labour Party. And for the first time, we saw a human on the ballot, a person with conscience on the ballot. That's why you saw people voting for the first time. The decision was a difficult one, though, but not.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big deal for me. It wasn't very difficult because from day one, I've already told them I don't want this appointment. Please, I would like to serve my state, serve my country to make things better. I like to contribute my quota, but I want to do it freely, not under any uh, conditions, not being put, not with terms and conditions apply.
Yeah.
Uh, I also told them, because the thing is, when I went to declare the appointment, I went the first time to turn it down. I was being consulted, tried to woo me to understand why I should hold the appointment and all of
Yeah.
that. They refused to accept my decline letter. I think that was, I can't remember actually, but that day of the week was a Thursday. Refused to accept my decline letter. Was even trying to up the appointment to a bigger one. But I said, okay, I will get back to them, uh, the officials who the then governor asked to take charge of the matter, his appointees. But I just went back home. My mind was made up and said, I won't take this. I can't see myself going back on my vomit. There's one thing that for people it's difficult, but for me it's easy. Integrity. You just have to do the right thing, whether anybody's watching, do what's good with your conscience. And my conscience was freaking the hell out of me. It was like, sorry to use the hell out, but my conscience was troubling me, telling me that, guy, not the right thing with this. And truthfully, most of the actions I took then, and the way I play my politics, saying that it's not just because of the money or for the benefits, but doing the right thing. Those are things I learned from Uniben. Those are
Yeah.
things I learned from the
Yeah.
struggle in Uniben, the student
We'll
union.
get, yes, we'll get to that part. I just want to clarify. You talked about conditions being attached to the appointment. If I may assume, was it that the condition was to work for the then governor, who was the vice presidential candidate for the election? Was that the condition that was attached to the appointment?
Okay, initially, when the appointment came, it came with no conditions. But when I was trying to say I can take it, I will decline it. That way, I saw the conditions written, not actually spelled out, but the process of wooing me to take it. Started saying, what are you doing with the obedience? Obedience is that
Okay.
we die by 75. The
Okay.
wave will just die, just like normal euphoria. Support the PDP. Don't worry, more
So if
benefits to come.
so if the PDP, if Okowa was not the vice presidential candidate, if Okowa was not participating actively in the
Mm.
2023 election for the PDP, would you have taken that appointment? And maybe work with the obedience. There's a template already, like this on Wiki, the minister of the FCC, a member of the PDP as at then, but did not work for the party. So would you have done similar thing?
Okay, I'm not at the level of Nation Wiki. No Nigerian youth is at the level of Nation Wiki. We know the protection that Wiki have. We don't have the arsenals, the covers, the level at which Wiki is different.
Yeah.
If a youth takes the action that Wiki is taking, he will be crushed. You know how Nigeria politics is.
Mm,
And if Okowa, I didn't decline that because Okowa was the vice presidential candidate. I declined because I will not support an article for president. It's not about even the vice. It's an article. One, let's look at the things. The president was leaving the north to come
mm,
by equity to come to the south.
yeah.
That's one, because of the north and south equity divide. And it's only fair that we have a Satan to become the president. There are many Sataners who are capable. I mentioned Osibajo, I mentioned Peter Obi. There are many. The list can be endless. I can even mention Kaka, you to become the president. So there are many persons. So it should naturally come to south.
Yeah.
There was a debate in PDP that said they should go to south, should go to southeast. When Wike and Atiku saga came, Wike says Atiku that said they should not go here. Atiku said it's Wike that said they should make it open because they want it to go to southeast. Some people say Atiku said they should go to southeast, and they believe that Peter Obi will just take it. And here and there,
Mm,
we were not. I was not there to know if it happens. So I can't say who is saying the truth or not. So it wasn't because of Okowa. Okowa would have, if PDP had won, Okowa would have just been vice president and would have had much power like the president. So I
okay.
didn't believe the person particular can do it. I didn't believe in his track record. I didn't believe he can change Nigeria. Still, I still have the same belief. I saw a better option, the man
Mm,
Peter Obi. I've never believed in the 5/5 voting pattern. I believe in voting for candidates. I can only vote 5/5 if a party I belong to, a party I support, bring
yeah.
5 credible candidates better than the candidates in other parties. But if I see a better candidate, sir, it is wrong to say I will hire a plumber to do the work of a carpenter. It's crazy. So we want the best. These people were hiring them, they bring their CV to us Nigerians to hire them to manage our country and our resources for us. You just have to go
Yeah.
for the best one. No but chairman
Yeah.
will pick. After doing an interview, you see the result and you pick the lesser one. No.
Yeah,
So it
I
wasn't
quite
about
agree with your analogy on that, picking the best person for that specific job. Let's talk about the 2023 election. Did you genuinely think that Peter Obi, His Excellency, could win that election? He had the Labour Party, which he joined from the PDP, did not have this the national face in the sense that they were not elected governors, legislators. They had no structure. That was the term that was quite popular during that period. They had no structure. But after the election, we saw that he was able to pull massive amount of votes, 6.1 million, if I'm correct, 111 states, including the FCT. When you were campaigning for him, because I saw your campaigns, I saw you moving around, did you genuinely think, and especially with the condition or the way we play politics in the country, did you genuinely think he could win that election?
did I genuinely think? I'm not
Yeah,
thinking. I'm saying categorically that Peter Obi won the 2023 presidential election. We won the election. 2023 was not just about Peter Obi or the party running it. Labour Party did not have that national face at his way. But Peter Obi have given Labour Party the national face. He gave the Labour Party the national face, plus the obedience. 2023, many Nigerians for the first time saw themselves contesting for president through Peter Obi. I, for one, I felt I was running for president. I was in the ballot. I was on the ballot. I ran for presidency through Peter Obi. Same with many persons. For the first time, many persons left their hearts to vote. For the first time, many persons used their PVC. Peter Obi won the elections. We saw the results, how the errors from INEC, how results were copied. I think that was going to be two northern states were just they replicated the same exact result. You saw how Lagos, who believe that no, who would believe that anybody can take Lagos from Tinubu. But we also know that the votes that were recorded for Labour Party are not the actual votes. We had more votes than that in Lagos. We saw how INEC could not keep to their word. We saw that the person of the INEC chairman lacks integrity. How can you say A and do B? You tells me that you will transmit results. Immediately we vote, results will be transmitted. It's a simple thing that even universities are doing now to elect their student union president, electronic voting, that the whole country cannot do. Small countries in Africa, smaller countries are doing electronic voting. Look at South Africa, look at Senegal. Are doing electronic voting and it's working.
Do you
How
think our
can you?
population is the challenge that is affecting the electronic
It's not
vote?
population. India just did that. India population is almost same as ours, if not more than ours. If I get the figures
You
correct.
guys about 1.5 billion times 5 times
Yes,
7 of ours. Yeah.
ours. And they did that. So what is our excuse? We have the resources. It's just the will and bad leadership. So in that same election, they could transmit the results for Senate, for Rep, that was done on the same day, but they could not transmit presidency. It was a clear issue of malpractice, a clear issue of electoral rigging, electoral malpractice.
Mm.
Mahmoud should be ashamed of himself by now. He shouldn't. If such a man is my father, I would disown him. I swear, I will disown
But,
him.
I can see that Mahmoud is still the INEC chairman, Professor Yakubu Mahmoud is still the INEC chairman. Do you think if he remains there in the election, do you expect to see anything different from what he has
Oh,
he previously said?
2027 will be different. If you check the record, if you check now, 2027 is the most mentioned year in 2025. People don't mention 2025 as much as we mention 2027. 2027 will be different.
That's
2027 will
especially
be like
for politicians. That's especially for politicians.
not just politicians, the average Nigerian. You talk about 2027, children are now wondering what is about happening about 2027 because every now and then you see conversations say 2027, this 2027, that you read the news every day, you must see headlines of 2027. 2027 elections will be different, sir.
Okay. All right.
Nigerians,
We'll come back to 2027 because I have some questions about the coalition and all of that. But
okay.
first, I want to know after you declined the appointment then and during the campaigns for the 2023 election, we saw you with His Excellency Peter Obi at an event and I think other functions. What did he say to you? We want to know what he said to you because he must have seen your very patriotic decision that you made, which was born out of belief and hope in him to lead Nigeria forward. What did he say to you when you met him?
Okay, we didn't say it. We didn't have a lengthy conversation. It just okay. I was sitting in the hall somewhere in the middle. So I was called by one Mr. Jerry. He was a PA to Barrister Julius Abure, uh, and he called me forward. Peter Obi was sitting beside Barrister Abure at the front. So I was standing behind him and I was shown to him that this is the young man you asked to see. So like, no, no, let me come sit with him. So when I sat with him, the only thing he said was thank you for everything, just thank you. And I mean, I couldn't say anything. I also said thank you for coming first. Thank you
How did
for
you feel? How did you feel? Because that was like a big pat on your back for that decision you took. Yeah, it was a personal decision, but it
yeah,
was, yeah. How did you feel when he said thank you?
yeah. It was a personal decision, but yeah, it was also because of him I took that
Yeah.
decision. because of the life he has shown to us that is living, the path he has shown to us to walk. When he said thank you, there was a kind of a reaction on my body. The thank you felt like $1 million
Mhm.
money in my bank account. It felt like, oh, uh, you've been seen, you've been recognized. It felt good. And
Mm.
for a while, I was silent, just sitting beside him, see how humble this man is, see how true it is. There's no fake, fake life, faking of all of those political gimmicks that most politicians do. So we sat together for, I think, for a while TUC chairman, Comrade Osifo, was giving his lecture. And
Okay.
I just replied and said, thank you. Then he asked for my number. Uh, so he asked for my number, but there was a paper on the table already where my number was already written for him. So he just said, hope this is your number, right? If you confirm, I just confirmed. He said, okay, they will call.
Okay. Let's talk about the 2027. You said it's the most talked about topic right now in the country. And politicians they started gauging, they started preparing. Most significantly, the coalition that we saw recently, just a few days ago. The politicians from different political parties now merging or now under the umbrella of the ADC, the coalition movement. What we see in the news that is being led by the former Vice President RG Atiku Abubakar, who you earlier said you do not believe he could take Nigeria to a better place at this time. But right now, it's leading the coalition, according to what we see on the papers. And it appears, I followed your social media post for some time, in the last couple of days as well. It appears you are in on the coalition. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And what's your position, or what's your position first as a member of the Labour Party, and also the position of your party about this coalition? Is the Labour Party, because we have not seen official correspondence from the Labour Party indicating their full support of the coalition, but we have just seen some state chapters endorsing it and all. What is your party? Your Peter Obi is more or less the leader of the party, and he is in on the coalition. Does that signify that the Labour Party is in on the coalition?
Okay, yes, Labour Party is in on the coalition. For me, I wrote a few days ago that I'm obedient. I'm an obedient to the Labour Party member, but fellowshipping with ADC coalition. Like he rightly said, what Wike did, which I told you that most Nigerians cannot follow the footsteps of Wike on
Yeah,
decisions because of the level he is and what he has
mm,
to protect
the
himself.
process. Yeah,
Yeah. But now we're applying the Wike model. We are members of a political party, but supporting an agenda, supporting a cause, supporting the coalition. It is said that you need more hands to hold down a madman. The average Soko adage will say, I robot to borrow. So you need hands, lots of hands to hold down a madman. That is what the coalition, that's what I see the coalition is all about. We need to hold down this madness of insecurity, inflation. We need to unseat this madness of suffering and underdevelopment. We need to remove this hardship, and we need all hands must be on deck. That is what the coalition is all about.
mm,
Labour Party
okay,
being part of it. We've seen
yeah,
Enugu State Labour Party chairman writing and Enugu State writing and said they're part of the coalition. And you also understand in Nigeria politics right now that the government of the day is trying to infiltrate all political parties by putting their hand into it. That's the crisis in PDP, SDP, Labour Party. But a large part of Labour Party, more than 60%, are in support of the coalition. The Usman Anadi leadership and even a large part of the Abure leadership are in support of the coalition, just because of the man, Mr. Peter Gregory, what we call him in Isoko, Okemute Obi. We've given him an Isoko name.
Okay. Talking about Peter Obi, I have followed the commentary of the from obedience angle. A lot of obedience are saying this coalition will only have life if the presidential ticket is given to Peter Obi. So is it the same for you? Is it Peter Obi or nothing for you?
Now, it's not just me, the average Nigerian. I believe you people in the diaspora also are also on the same page. Atiku is playing the role he's supposed to play now, the role of a statesman, the role of an elder, to galvanize, to set up the platform, to bring the people together and say, please, oh, let's come in one unionism. Let's have a handshake of fellowship, which is the symbol of ADC. To give the ticket to Peter Obi, it's only right that the South finish their 8 years before it goes back to the North. It is a total miscalculation for us to have a Northerner having a ticket of the coalition. Even the Northerners are saying it. The other day, former Governor Lamido Sanisu said it. Many people from the North, notable leaders, are saying it. So it's only clear. Uh, we Nigerians are looking up to Atiku to, for once, play the role of a patriot. So for once, said, I am ready to lead this march together, uh, for me to hand over the baton, the ticket to Peter Obi. I'm ready to say, Peter Obi, you are my friend, you are my younger brother. Please take Nigeria to the right path. Take the ticket. Nigerians are watching Atiku. We will see. We hope that he will not disappoint us. We hope that he will portray the characters and attributes of the true elder statesman, of a patriotic Nigeria, and give the ticket to Peter Obi. If Peter Obi should be the consensus candidate, there shouldn't be a primary. It is clear. See when he was introduced at the coalition, you saw her. It wasn't as if those in
Yeah,
the
that
hall were
yeah.
were were average persons like us who are just struggling to feed. They were fellow big men, fellow wealthy men. But see how they hailed
Okay.
him. It wasn't as if they were
Okay.
higher crowd.
Yeah, there's something I saw on the tablets recently that I have not been able to tie it down to Peter Obi saying that, but the news
Hmm.
stated that Peter Obi said he would only go for a single term if elected. Do you, as Peter Obi, no matter how you paint him as a good man to your own standard, he is a politician as well. Do you think if he actually said that he can keep to that?
I don't like people that say A and do B. That's why I don't regard the man of Wike. Yes, he has his good parts, but he always say A. He always say a thing and do the opposite. He never keeps his word. A man word should be his bond. If Peter Obi said that he will do a single term of 4 years, he should keep to it. Let's not go back on that. He should keep to it. And I
Mm,
believe that 2 years, like he said that in 2 years we'll see good changes in Nigeria, positive changes. I believe
mhm.
Nigeria can be changed in 1 year. It's just about the will. We have the resources. Nigeria is too blessed to be this cost, to be in this state. Let me just take your mind back. Remember when our former president was having health challenge and went abroad for treatment and stayed for over 2 months? You saw the former vice president Sibajo putting things in place, and we saw the country taking a good shape before the so-called Kaba brought him back, and most of the decisions were reversed, and they put Nigeria on a reverse gear again. That was when I fell in love with the man Sibajo. When I saw how he managed the country for that 2 months, we saw development, we saw how things were taking shape, good shape, not bad shape. So I also believe, like, go to Abia, you see what Alessoti is doing in less than a few months. Abia is not as rich as my state, Delta
Yeah.
State. We don't have a lot of oil money, but you can see the will. It's all about the will. I keep asking people, do our leaders know that they will die and leave all the money that they are trying to gather? All of us will die one day and leave all of this behind. So if Peter Obi said he will do single term of 4 years, he should keep to it. If he doesn't keep to it, I'll be the first to criticize him.
Okay. Okay. That's a good position to stand. Let's talk about Uniben. I want you are into national politics today. Can you draw some similarities between how politics is played outside and how it was played while you were in school, while you were in Uniben? Are there some things that are happening outside today in national politics that you see that you involved in, and it takes your mind back to while you were in school?
Okay, yeah, there are lots of similarities. I will start with the manage. The University of Benin management was so similar to INEC, especially security. You see a candidate go for election, go for screening. After screening, buy form, do campaigns and manifesto. And after screening, you will hear that the person was not screened for security reasons. And when the student go and ask, what are the security reasons? They can't spell it out. Simply because it's from a particular block or a particular tribe or a particular one person do not want him to be on the ballot. It's crazy. Same thing with INEC. You see clear results. A professor who who said is a father to many, who is a teacher, who goes on ASU strike now and then will be the ones to rig the election for the so-called politicians who pay them peanuts. Similarities. Uh, then the other part I see, the other part I see is difference again. In the school community then, vote buying wasn't really a thing. People voted for those they like. I'm seeing that playing now recently through the media movement. For the first time, we have a presidential candidate who did not give money but got over 6 million votes, did not give one right, did not buy votes per unit, did not share money in every unit, and he got votes. Those were the things we enjoyed in Uniben politics those days. You will just see a person being loved by the students for one particular reason, and the person will get so much support, solidarity support. You see a candidate that did not have the best poster, even was not the best dress, in fact, does not have the best, I call it, it's not the most eloquent. But for one reason or the other, you see people who just win elections from manifesto grant after giving a fine, sound manifesto, have good command of English, and people say, wow, this is the guy we want. And that's it. You see people, and it was also good then. Director of sports must be somebody who into sporting activity. They don't want to know how sign a manifesto is. Are you into that area?
Yeah.
So in the school
I,
community,
I,
it
I think
was
that if I may interject, I think that will take us back to what you said earlier, not voting 5/5, but ensuring that you pick the different individuals for different positions. Ensure that if you are picking a president, you know with his character, not because he's just a member of your political party, but because of his capacity. That's why you are voting for him. Yes, I just want to add to it. How did Uniben prepare you for all this, for national politics? How did Uniben as an institution, how did Uniben politics prepare you for national politics? You are a gladiator in youth movement in Nigeria, and not just the Isoko Nation or Delta State, but you are a significant figure when it comes to youth mobilization in the country. And you are engaged in a lot of activities now. How did Uniben prepare you for all this?
ah, um, there was a day me and my friends were gisting and we were talking. I was like, the first certificate I got for Uniben was journalism, not even the BSc, not the one that was awarded for character and knowledge. And I said, I wish I didn't attend Uniben. I sure would have missed a whole lot. Then when we were in school, we do visit other campuses by the virtue of some mass movement and traveling here and there. The Uniben life itself, Uniben has a life of its own. Uniben is a community of its own. Uniben shape you in a different way. Uniben open your mind to different things. Just like the status you see when you're entering Uniben. You see that straight one, the one that bend a little, bend, I don't want to bend it. And that's how Uniben transform you. It take you from point A to point B to point C. And in all these phases, it's only good that you must pass through the school and the school pass through you. For me, I'm happy that I passed through the school and the school passed through me. I had colleagues, classmates who did not know anywhere more than their hostel, their class, and maybe their church. But for us, we know everywhere. In fact, I know Benin, some places in Benin more than my friends who are Benin boys who grew up in Benin. I was like, how you say no there? Baba, we dey waka. We that was what the Uniben politics did to me. For me, there were rooms to learn the bad, the good, but I just find myself on the part of learning the good, the part of picking a candidate because the person can do the thing, supporting the person because he's just, supporting the person not because he's just your friend, not because he's going to give you some money. I can knock my chest and say, throughout my stay to Uniben, I never supported any candidate and take drink or money from that person. All those I supported, from my faculty governor to Nadesu to SU to all positions people I supported. It was because I need to support this person because I know he can handle the position and make a change and make a difference. There was
Yeah.
a case where issue of speaker in my faculty. I was running for the speaker, the parliamentarian then. Fondly, I was called majority leader, not because I was given majority. No, we didn't have position of majority leader in parliament in school, you know.
Mm.
But in life science parliament, I was fondly called majority leader because there was a way I was fellowshipping with my fellow parliamentarians, and I was running for speakership. Um, I won't mention names though. A friend of mine, my brother, who later emerged as speaker, was running for speaker too. He was begging me to step down for him. I said I won't because we gave him opportunity to occupy a position in my department, but he didn't do it well the way we expected. He didn't do it to the plans we have by delivering, giving the students the true essence of leadership that they expect. But the students did not see, did not feel the impact of their dues being paid. You know, there was dreams and plans we have. There
Yeah.
was how the height we wanted to take the department to, but he didn't do that. Position got to his head when he came occupy that position of president. But so the issue of going to parliament came on to be speaker and all of that. And myself, I also want to be speaker. Himself want to be speaker. I had support. I had my people supporting me. He had people supporting him. But there was another person coming from a different block who were running for speakership. So I heard something. One of my friends from those people's block told me he recorded the conversation that the then governor of my faculty said he does not want us to ever get speakership. That is my department. That so he's happy that both of us, two gladiators, are coming out from the same department. So it's now like our vote
Split
is
the
shared.
vote. Yeah.
Yes. So when we got to the hall, I told uh, they called people for speakership at the parliamentary sitting. So I sat down. My my friend who later emerged as speaker from my department looked at me and said, "Oga, you not going?" I said, "Go." He was shocked. He was surprised that because he was already ready to step down, but I didn't go. I just relaxed. He went. I told my people, I just sent a message, please support him. They all voted for him. He won eventually. And that was how he became speaker. He was surprised why I stepped down because he thought that I wouldn't step down at all. Then I was a
Yeah.
Soko student president, University of Benin chapter. So the particular young man who was my friend became a director of socials in the department. So while we're in parliament, we know budget appropriation committee need to approve his budget and all of that.
Yeah.
But the speaker, my friend who became speaker now, was not having smooth relationship with him. So I felt that they were trying to not to approve his budget and the welcome party was closed. And you know how parliament was then? There was this set of parliamentarians who will tell you how much you give me in the budget first before I approve your budget, how much you. So I was like, this
Mm.
is bad. This is the wrong practice. It will not work.
Mm.
So we have to raise the motion. I just gather my people in the parliament because there was a way I had a way of controlling the parliament. We raised a motion and said, Mr. Speaker, you're not well on head ground. He was having a little headache. I say on head ground, you can't preside over sitting, your head is more paramount. So I had to step aside. The
Mm.
speaker came on board. So just to approve my friend's budget without asking a cover from him, without
Mm.
having those people who want to extort him, we just took them away. So the budget was approved. Before speaker came back, budget was approved. We asked Vincent to give him the money so that I can do the welcome party, freshers welcome and other social events next week.
Yeah.
So those other guys were angry. Oh, we approve budget like that. Now so did approve budget. And I told them, this money is not your personal. These are students. Students you enjoy
Really enjoy it.
the
Yeah.
benefits of their tunes, not you guys saying. So those same things, what we see in the National Assembly now,
Yeah.
is what was happening in the house.
Yeah.
But thank God, me and my friends, because I have majority control of the parliament, we're able to fight against it. And those so-called leaders, they were way older than us, though. They were like, we don't fuck up. No lawyer. It was like that.
Okay. Lastly, let's talk about lessons learned. The attributes you took from the institution, the lessons you learned from the university.
A lot, a lot. If not for Uniben, there are many brothers I have today because of Uniben. People I could call my brother. The list is endless. I have the Bini brothers, the Sham brothers, the Yorubas. I learned a lot of lessons. I learned to be strong. I learned to live for others. I learned about resilience. When I was in 200 level, there was this very close friend of mine, Joseph Osayi, God bless his soul. He died in active service as director of welfare of my faculty. I was secretary of the welfare committee. Then I was director of social faculty of life science. We do a welfare program for students then, where we make their how do you call it, their clearance process seamless. We bring our laptop printer to make things easy for them, freshers, seamless. We also had other program we do for people who have school fees challenges. We see how to for the department to give them time, and those we can help pay, we help pay. The university school fees was really very cheap. So I want our life for Uniben is to live for others, is to understand that this life is not just about aggrandizing words, getting money for yourself, getting all the positions for yourself, but also need to reach out to make impact, positive impact. I learned all of that from Uniben. I learned true leadership from Uniben. When I was equal student president, I saw the need, Uniben chapter, I saw the need to help my brothers.
Thank you, Comrade Josiah Omenuwoma. Thank you. It has been an engaging conversation with you. You have shared your journey into politics, even to the famous rejection or decline appointments you made in 2022. Really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you, Comrade Josiah Omenuwoma. He's a youth leader and a member of the Labour Party. Continue to subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you more exclusive interviews of Uniben alumni. Bye for now.
1970, we sure we did the forefront. Knowledge for selfish, for sure we did the work. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law.